Hey guys, now in today's video, we're taking a look at the Nothing Projector Motorized Black Series Rising Screen. Now, this is a screen that's going to give you the ability to have a home theater experience, a portable home theater experience in any part of your home. Or let's say, for example, you want to go to a buddy's home and watch the Super Bowl, but take a large screen with you. This is going to be something that's going to allow you to do it. If you have an apartment setting where you're very limited as to what you can put on the walls and you'd like to be able to have 150-inch screen, then this is something that's going to work for you as well. Now, the cool thing about this screen that we're about to see is that the screen is going to give you the ability to see content, movies, games. It's going to be great for game playing in a variety of lighting settings because it's an ALR screen. So an ALR screen means that it's ambient light rejection technology, which means that if there's light coming from the left, from the right, or from the top, it's completely rejected, and all the light that it will absorb is that which is coming from your projector. And because this is designed for a ultra short throw, you're talking about something that will support a projector that is inches away from the screen, and it's going to give you an enormous, large 100-inch or more screen, depending on the type of screen that you select. Now, the cool thing about this screen also is that it has acoustic properties, which means that if you have speakers behind the screen, there's perforation on the bottom portion of it because there's always going to be a black area of the screen once it rises that allows for the sound to penetrate and go straight through so that you can have a great audio experience. This is really going to transform the way, if you use this as a permanent, let's say, permanent product in your home, it changes the way you're going to be able to experience it. Because let's say many people like to have a minimalistic setting in their home where they're able to not have a large gray screen on the wall. They want something that goes away and comes out when you have to watch a movie. So this projector has a lot of great features. In addition to that, it has fantastic viewing angles, and you're going to see it when we do a close-up. And it's very quiet as well. It has several modes that you can use when it comes to initiating the projector rising function or lowering function, one of which is a remote control. Press the button, goes up, press the button, it goes down. But it also has a trigger function that if you connect it to your projector, when you turn on the projector, the screen will rise itself. Now keep in mind that while I have this set up, and you're going to see this in a second, laid out on my floor with the projector in front of it, you could choose, I see a lot of people do this, a cabinet model or get a cabinet where you can put this in a cabinet, and when you basically turn on your projector, it appears from the cabinet. I find that that's probably one of the preferred ways that I've seen many people implement this type of technology because it gives you that minimalistic, clean view where there's no screen in sight. You have something that's very small because the projectors, let's face it, are small, yet you get this great viewing experience. And as I said, you can see this in daylight and at nighttime really, really well. And you see that actually happening right now. You can see as we're switching back and forth, where you can see the side-by-side views of how this projector is projecting in this screen environment and how vivid and rich these colors are. So let's take a closer look at this projector screen and then see how well it's doing. And I got to tell you, so if you're looking for a screen and you want something portable, you don't have the space, this may be the one for you. All right, guys, so as we mentioned, we're taking a look at the Nothing Projector Black Series Motorized Floor Rising Projector Screen. Now, I have it in a very unique position because as we were talking in the intro, I wanted to show you how you can have a home theater in any part of your home. And now while I have a dedicated space that I'm using right now, one of the things that I'm doing is I have a projector literally on the floor. I have a little power supply, a little solar generator powering the projector, and I have this theater experience that you see going on right here. Now, the screens themselves can range anywhere from 84 inches up to 120 inches. In this case, you're looking at a 100-inch screen. Now, the projector also is designed to be a ALR, an ambient light rejection screen, which, as we mentioned, pretty much rejects all the light around us. I want to put my hand in front of the screen so you can see my hand. So you can see that there's still light. This isn't complete darkness. There's light coming in, and the screen is pretty much rejecting all the light except the light that's coming from the projector that's right on the floor. Now, this is going to give you also fantastic viewing angles, and you're going to see the viewing angle in a second, a 170-degree viewing angle, which means that in many cases when you're watching a TV or you're too close or you're coming from the side, you're losing video I would say, detail and quality. That's not the case with this projector. The other thing is that this projector comes with a couple remotes, and I have this remote right here that's on the side, right? And basically what this remote allows you to do is rapidly control the rising and also the retraction, as you can see here, of the screen. It is super quiet too. I'm gonna stay quiet for a second. Obviously, it's motorized and there's some mechanics, so there's going to be some slight mechanical noise, but it is very, very quiet in comparison to some of the other screens that I've seen in the market. Now, the one thing I want you to see is how fast it rises. So I'm going to go ahead and push the button, and the screen, you'll see how it's coming up, and just the nature of ultra short throws. And by the way, the ultra short throw projector is maybe about 7 inches from the screen, and you can see how it's revealing the overall, again, quality of the image that's being projected. Now, the thing about a projection screen like this is that it not only is going to give you that great viewing experience, but I wanted to highlight the portability that we're talking about. If you'd like to be able to go to a buddy's home and maybe have a Super Bowl party and they don't have a large screen or projector, you could take your projector with you and your screen, pack it in your car, take it with, and you're set to go. Now, if you're going to use this in an apartment setting where you have very minimalistic furniture and you want to be able to have a setup like this, you could do it as well. Now, it also comes with a trigger, a USB stick that you connect to the actual projector so that when you power up the projector, the screen is going to come up immediately. So basically, it's going to be tucked away and then it opens up as soon as you power things up. That's going to give you a lot of flexibility when it comes to using it. Now, we're going to go ahead and move a little bit closer and get to the corner angle so that you can see what the corner angle viewing experience is. All right, so now we're looking at things from the angle, and I'm going to go ahead and move a little bit so you can see right here. You'll see in the background I have another large screen on the wall, which is an option, right? You can go with a permanent screen, but here we're talking about portability, and we're talking about a screen that will go away, and you wouldn't see it. Now, I do have friends, and I know many people who actually get cabinets that they use where the screen gets hidden completely in a cabinet, and then when they power up their projector, it opens up. Actually, we just came back from CES, and we saw a lot of that tech. But here you're getting a sense of, the black levels that you're getting from the screen, and you're also getting a sense of the viewing angle. So now I'm going to show you how extreme my angle is, and I'm going to go ahead and come from here from the screen, and I'm going to bring it over to the camera so you can see the angle that I'm in, right? So I'm going straight to the camera. So great, again, video clarity when it comes to the screen. Now behind it, I'm going to go ahead and give you a shot in the back of what things look like. There's not a lot of exciting things going in the back, but I wanted to show you what it looks like. Oh, I love this scene. So this is some wine being poured, and you can see how nicely, the blacks are just, again, so highlighted, which is kind of weird when you think about highlighting black. But again, given the type of screen that we have, everything looks pretty crispy. Now here we see the back of the screen, and you can see here the material, right? And this material is safe to touch. I wouldn't touch the front because you don't want any fingerprints, but you'll notice that it does have some tension screen, and it is taut, right? It is almost like guitar taut. So when the actual screen comes up, it basically will tighten itself so that you have no wrinkles. And you saw that there were no wrinkles whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and press the power down button so that you can see what happens, and you'll see kind of what's behind the camera, or at least what I'm seeing here. So you'll notice it's going down, and you'll notice how it's kind of like collapsing on itself. This is pretty cool. All the way down, all the way down. And now we're going to get blinded by the light. Don't look into the light. I'm not looking into the light. It's a laser light. And here you have it. Now it's down. It's that easy, right? Now, as we're taking a look at the projector, let's go ahead, or the actual screen, let's take a look at some of the side components so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, the screen itself does have some legs that come out, especially if you're going to have this on the floor. And it does, or they do provide you with some foam just to make sure, like I have a hardwood floor. If you were to move this around, you want to make sure you don't scratch your floor. So you can put this rubberized feet on it, so that's not a problem. Watch just the look of what happens when you open things up. And then, by the way, there are some controls here on the side that I can press. There's a up button and a down button. I'm going to go ahead and press that so you can see how I can open it up this way. So I just pressed it. And then you can see inside, it almost has like a little remote area. See how you have that area there?
That's also an area where you can go up and down, but I typically just use the remotes. Once I have it set to the height that I'd like, it remembers that position, and then every time I open and close, it's going to be in that position. So you'll notice how it really comes up and what the mechanics look like. This is a straightforward, low maintenance to no maintenance. You just plug it in, power it up, adjust it to the height you want, and then you're done, right? And then again, it's going to auto tighten itself so that you have a very nice wrinkle-free screen. Now in the box, you're going to receive a guide, which is going to give you some detailed instructions about the motorized screen. You're also going to find, your remote, which you see right here, at least the box front. These are the little pads I was talking about, 3M pads, and the 3M pads are rubberized, so it has some nice rubber material right there, so that will make sure that your floors don't get marked. And then what I wanted to highlight for you is that little, the actual actuator that I was talking about. So this is the actuator that you put on your projector, and then when you power up your projector, your screen is going to open. So really simple. It's like, if you are the type of person that freaks out about mounting something on the wall, maybe you're in an apartment and you can't touch the walls, this is a great option. And then the remote is pretty sleek and simple, right? The only thing I wish all remotes have was a Find Me app. I'm always losing remotes. So if you're like me, you'll want to Velcro this or put it somewhere. You'll notice that it has some little tape there, but I just like, some people even mount this on a wall and turn it into almost like an on and off switch. That's something you can do too.